Hey guys, it's Nikki. Hope you're all doing well. Um, First off, I wanted to make a comment about my last video. I actually found out that the sign of the cross is or was a pagan symbol before it was taken on as a Christian symbol. So, in the divination part that I told you you could put the crosses on your forehead, you don't have to feel religious or Christian to do that. So I just wanted to clear that up. Whenever I find out knowledge, I try to share it. Um, so today I want to talk about the elements. Most people know there's 4. I didn't know if everybody knew there were 6 because I didn't. So I'm going to start off with the first 4, the basics. I took some notes. They're from this amazing woman named Renee Demoiselle. She's a phenomenal witch, an author, and became a friend. So most of this is from her. I just want to give credit where credit is due. So, the first symbol I'm going to show you is air. Now, the pillar of air is to know. The cardinal direction is east. And air, it's the wind. It takes things in the wind, like seeds, pollen, spores. It's a powerful, it transports. It's associated with transmission of thought, intelligence, information, language, communication, memory, bestowing and reception of wisdom and insight. I'm sorry, I had to look down for a minute. So that's air. Number 2, fire. And fire is just a triangle that you draw. Because when you're calling the quarters, usually you like to have the symbols. Or at least know how to make them with your fingers for energy, So the pillar is to will. The cardinal direction is south. Fire consumes. It lights. It heats. It cooks. It represents passion, drive, the determination that gets you to your goals. Whatever you're working or spell, you'll want these energies to be present to complete whatever transformation you're trying to make. So number 3, I have my favorite because I am a water sign, which is water. And this I found out a lot about that really intrigued me. So let me see, where are we? The cardinal direction of water is west, which west is mostly where, you would put things that you want, like tarot cards, stuff like that. I like to put them on the west side of my room. I've always done that. I'm not sure if that's the correct way, but I've always done it that way. So that was intriguing to me. Water takes the shape. Oh yeah, the pillar. The pillar is to dare. I love that. That was like my favorite. Water takes shape of the vessel that holds it. It can be dropped in a puddle, sending ripples, or it can carve canyons. You know, it can be a great rush of, it could be a tsunami, you know. It can be deep or shallow. It represents our emotions, our unconscious, mystery, inspiration, and prophecy. This is a deep well of power for a witch. When we call water, many of us call the lords of death and initiation. And that also intrigued me because I am a Santa Muerte devotee. I also have on her rosary. So to have holy death, when I'm calling water, I could potentially be calling my saint, my holy death. So that really, you know, I loved that. So, it also helps the practitioner to accept the changes that are to come without losing themselves. So then we have Earth, and the cardinal direction is north. The pillar is to keep silent. It represents security, safety, stability, things taking shape. The idea of a spell or working is to bring something of nothing. And earth is the element that gives matter to your intent. So you'll want, you know, earth. So those are the 4 basic elements that you call. And those are the reasons that you call them, pretty much. So, but people don't realize that you also call upon without invoking it, because you're still asking spirit. The element of spirit is straight up the cardinal direction. With your circle of magical working, we invoke or call upon a deity. So we're asking for the cooperation of spirit. We may be working with a particular deity, as I do, Santa Muerte, or simply with the universe. But we're creating, and creation is the realm of the gods. And as a lot of you know, being in the company of other creators improves our power and will for success. Which, I mean, think about it, you know, the more minds and the more intent and the more focus on one thing, it's going to come to fruition, you know, a lot quicker and, you know, probably a lot stronger. So, now we have 6. Now, I didn't even know about spirit, never mind void. This is void. Now, I had to call Renee, well, inbox her, to ask her which direction void would be, because there was no direction. And she said if she had to pick, she would say it would come from inside. So that would be the direction. So this is how she explains void. You look at the pentacle, and it's a star inside a circle. Within 5 points, there are open spaces. The straight lines that form it cross over one another, and it forms 5 negative spaces. Within the points, now look at the negative or open spaces between the pentagon. The pentagon in the middle. That would be void. So she goes on to say that knowing magical creations or magical workings are a form of creation, and knowing how to borrow energies from the elements to aid in your magical intent. It's good to know that void is what we create from. Dark formless void is a necessary starting point because it's pure potentially. With void, anything is possible. Recognizing void in your circles and workings is like the gunshot to start the race. Those are, her words. you would invoke it right before deity or spirit. To do this, you simply give an acknowledgement and awareness of the presence of void, and you can use a black candle or an empty black vessel as a symbol. Or Renee has been kind enough to give us her invocation for void, which I will put in the comment section at the bottom for anybody that wants it. And so yeah, and the way that she kind of describes it is like the Big Bang Theory. There was nothing, and then all of a sudden there was everything. So, you know, that's how she explains things coming from void. That was her, explanation. So now that I've told you all 6, hopefully it helps you with your workings or your spiritual creations. I'm sorry I look like I'm just lounging back, but it's easier for me when I hold the camera on my own, so, you know, I'm not holding it up and it's not shaking as much with one hand. I get really nervous on camera still. I'm not used to this yet. I'm trying. So I really hope this helps you guys, with your workings, and thank you very much for watching my videos as always, and I hope to see you all again.